Hi guys, welcome back. If you are returning, thank you so much to all my subscribers. If you're new to my channel, I do the 13 zodiacs. I will not approach you, okay? Keep this in mind. We've been having some issues in the tarot community with people using other people's accounts to try to accumulate their money or their wealth or their abundance. I don't approach anybody for readings. If you want to contact me, it is personal and it is through my email or any links provided on my YouTube channel. So I do not approach you for a reading. If you want one, you can come to me, okay? That being said, hopefully you all had an amazing Halloween. There were so many kids. We just had enough candy and chips and stuff like that in order to hand out to everybody. Gonna get started. November 1st was special for me, okay? That's the day my father passed away. So I took a moment. I didn't do a reading on that day. And it has been 11 years. So I do not usually do a reading on his anniversary of his death. And I didn't go to the cemetery or anything like that. Gemini, all right? So again, I do the 13 zodiacs. If you're not familiar with that, just do a little bit of research. What that is before they had the 12 calendar or the 12 zodiacs, they actually had a 13 calendar. 13 months, and they had 13 zodiacs. So this is Gemini. We're going to get right into it, see what we got here. And happily, I finally, my wishes came true. I've been using my old tarot deck, and I love my old tarot deck. There's nothing wrong with it, but it was getting kind of worn, so I'm giving them a bit of a break. And I got a new tarot deck. All right, so new beginnings. And this one I actually got just recently. And it has depictions of the original tarot cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to be doing them from now on with this tarot deck. And yeah. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was doing something special for yourself. So when you set something up for yourself, whether it be taking yourself out or anything like that, I had a bit of an emotional moment. Now, I don't know if this is due to hormones or something like that, but what I did is I bought some chocolates for myself, okay? And I placed those chocolates in my car for after work or whatever. They were just like, the really sweet, kind of milk chocolate. Not my favorite. My favorite's dark chocolate. So we're talking like 90% and up. But I placed some chocolates in my car for my inner child. And I was having like a rough day a few days back. This is before Halloween or anything like that. There's been a lot that's been going on in my life, but I have surmounted whatever issues that I came across. And me and my beloved Viking warrior, Andrew, have gotten through a lot together. And I was having a rough day, and I go outside, and I just left for a moment to go to the car, and I opened the console, and there's some chocolates there. And I got overwhelmed and emotional because I had forgotten for a brief moment that I placed them there for myself. So if you ever do anything kind for yourself, just remember that it's not forgotten, okay? If you do something special for you, if you are making sure you put your inner child first, you're making sure you do everything possible to acknowledge them and how far they've come, then you're doing the right thing for you, okay? All right, let's get right into it. Gemini. Let's see what we got for Gemini. These cards, they are so quick. Like, they're clear and concise. We've got the Magician in the reverse. Okay, Gemini. You may not have thought that whatever it is that you were trying to manifest was coming your way. And it could have had you a bit down in the dumps. But don't be too worried, okay? Because we've also got the World in the upright. Whatever it is that you're trying to do for yourself will come to fruition. You have to give it some time. Don't forget that it's not just us here. There's other people too in the general collective that are doing everything in their power to make sure things are going right, the divine collective. And yes, there's going to be people on the karmic side that are doing everything possible to try to take what they can, and they're hanging on by a thread right now. So trying to convince you right now, Gemini, that what you're doing is not good enough, or that you're not strong enough, or that you're not powerful enough, or that everything that you have that you've used, like alchemy wise, isn't going to get you what you deserve. That's not true. Okay, so stay strong, stay true to you right now. You're doing what you can. And I know it's difficult, especially when people are trying to target you or they're throwing whatever they can at you right now. There is movement forward, okay? What else we got here for Gemini? If you're a medium, now would be the time to connect with your loved ones, your past loved ones. I know myself, I've been doing that quite often. With certain people, light a candle, a white candle, for those that have passed over. All right. So in the way I have understood it, past, present, and future are all playing out at the same time. Okay, that means that their energy is still accessible. Their vessels may not be here with us in this lifetime if they have gone, but their energy is still accessible, okay? 9 of Cups. Lots of selection, lots of choices. And what's funny about the 9 of Cups is this skeleton here almost looks like their hands are crossed, almost looks like their arms are crossed, like it's not good enough, but that's just an illusion. The 9 of Cups is really important, okay? It's just one before the 10 of Cups. So if you have the Magician in the reverse, you have the World in the upright, and you have the 9 of Cups. But the energy that I'm getting off here is kind of like a little bit distant, a little bit unsure because of things that have happened in the past. That very well could just be the illusion that has been placed on you. You are the Phoenix. You are rising. Okay, what's this 9 of Cups energy here? The Hermit. So it's just going to require you to go in a little bit more. It's just going to require you to take some time, some peaceful time, some quiet time to go in on yourself. Okay, and just do the work that was required of you from your ancestors. So it's a little bit of suffering right now, a little bit of pain. There could even be, what do you call that? There could even be a little bit of nostalgia. So what it is it's like those old memories are just kind of coming back, and they're kind of just trying to recreate certain cycles that you've already been through. And I think you've had enough of that. I think you're tired of that. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make amends with those things that have happened in the past. You can't hold on to grudges, because of course if you do that, then there's going to be no room for new to come in. If you're the Phoenix rising, if you're coming into your power, if you're doing everything possible to get through these illusions, you're going to have to release the past and let it go. A lot of the time when we have old programming, what it's going to do is it's going to try to convince us that all the work we've done up to this very point is useless, when that's not true at all. Okay, Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, you've gotten past your heartache. Okay, 3 of Swords in the reverse. You've gotten past whatever has plagued you down or bogged you down. It's just a bit of illusion that's placed on you right now. And I'm not saying it's not valuable, but it's trying to show you that you have healed past this. You've already come out of this. A healer heals themselves through understanding, duality, and reflection. That's that Hermit energy. So it is very important that you do the healing work, okay? And going within is not necessarily a bad thing. I know you may be a little bit stubborn right now. This Nine of Cups energy is supposed to be positive, but the energy I'm getting off of it is a little bit stubborn. Kind of sitting there waiting for things to come about, waiting for things to unveil themselves, waiting for all this closure that you've been working so hard to get to, and you've already come to a close. All right, the world is in your hands. You're already doing what you needed to do up to this very point. So don't get discouraged. What can we get about this? Gratitude. Thank yourself, love yourself, and take care of you. That being said, it's really important. It's easy to forget about that part. It's easy to do all the manifestation, do all the work, do all the hermit work, get over this heartbreak and everything like that. But then when it comes to other people still trying to project onto you illusions or still trying to throw shit your fucking way, it's easy to forget all the hard work that you've done up to this very point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Past Life Oracle card. What is the cycle for the Magician? One card come up. What is the cycles here? Finances. So you may not feel like your finances are fully come into bloom, or maybe that what you have been working so hard towards isn't really coming towards you. That's not true. That is an illusion. And unfortunately, we may have the veil very thin right now, but the illusions are still in place that people have set for us, okay? Spirituality and religion. There may be a lot of hate and animosity on you due to the fact that you are a spiritualist or you are religious or something like that. And if you don't feel like your finances are coming into play, that's an illusion placed on you. If you've been working hard, you've been doing your due diligence, you've done the hermit work, but it's in the reverse right now because you don't want to do anymore, then I suggest that you dig a little deeper, find out a little bit more of what's going on. And if you need to use all the faith that you have within you, please do so. These are things that your ancestors had to go through. These are trials, tribulations your ancestors had to go through, and they really fought hard. They don't want you to give up this right that you have. What else we got here? Farm. This could be over an estate. This could be over farmland. This could be over some form of land. Maybe even agriculture or business or any kind of wealth that you believe to be abundant. Now, keep this in mind. Money is just an energy. We gave it meaning. And land was always present, but we gave it meaning of what its value is. And when you think about that, you have this world in the upright, okay? You have the Nine of Cups in the upright. You're over any kind of heartache. And you've been doing the hermit work, it feels like, but it's in the reverse right now. So it's almost like a stubborn energy that I'm getting. You may feel like you don't really need to do the shadow work anymore, but that is something that is ever present. That is something that we constantly, as a divine collective, have to go through. It's not just something we do and then stop doing. It's something that we have to approach a little bit at a time. Yes, you can go and do your healing, but if it's tied up to your finances and you don't feel like you're getting what it is that you want, that very well could be that stubborn energy that I'm picking up, okay? What else do we have here, Gemini? I think you're aware of this, and I think you're aware of the projections that are placed on you, and you're just kind of frustrated, and you've had enough. Great. A frame composed of crossbars, grating, iron frame, or for holding coals or used as fuel. Okay, so any of that negativity, transmute it into something that can use you to propel you forward. If you are still holding on to old concepts or old things that are creating some sort of stagnancy, use it as fuel. Use it to push you forward, because you know you have suffered quite a bit. You know you've come up out of this. You don't need to suffer anymore. To furnish or to make with fasts or with crossbars. When I'm thinking of that, that's all I think about is like in a car, the roll bars that are meant to protect you. Kind of like in a derby car. That's what I'm picturing right now. There is protection around you. You may not see it right now till you go through it, but what you have to understand is the protection's always present. It's always going to be protecting you, okay? To wear away in small particles or by rubbing. So whatever illusions are placed on you right now is really trying to wear you down. Just stay positive, stay grounded, stay high vibrational, stay in a very loving state, okay? Acceptance, understanding that not everybody's going to see things the way you see things. To offend, all right? So other people may have tried to offend you in a certain way or try to trigger your old wounds or anything like that, but I think you've already surpassed that. You've come up out of that. There's nothing really that you're holding to when it comes to heartbreak, but there are still things that you need to do when it comes to going within. All right, be grateful, but right after great is grateful. All right. As by discordant and sound to offend. So a certain sound, maybe what people are saying, their spell work, whatever words they're projecting onto you, they can do whatever they want. Okay. Gemini, you stand strong in your power. It doesn't matter what kind of words are being projected onto you. That falls short. It doesn't affect you if you do not let it. To rub roughly on, to have an annoying effect or sound harshly. So when it comes to other people trying to project certain things onto you, it's really kind of pulling at you a little bit. They could even use your heartstrings against you. Let's see what this Nine of Cups is in the upright. Why are you so stubborn? Why are you so stubborn, Gemini? What is this? Oh, wanted to come out, went back in. Could even feel like certain people are throwing their religious views or their spirituality at you too. Nine of Cups energy. We got the Four of Pentacles, so a sense of lack they're projecting, and the Two of Wands, wanting you to carry certain burdens that aren't meant for you, wanting you to carry certain struggles when it comes to money. All right, so what's being placed on you right now is not necessarily meant for you to carry. This is something that you're meant to overcome. This is something you're meant to break, like as a general generational curse. Okay, let's see. Handheld cards. People are stubborn when it comes to their energy. If they don't want to do the work themselves, that very much could be this energy here too, the Hermit in the reverse. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to have to take accountability for all they've done towards you. They don't want to have to take accountability for the things they projected onto you, whether it be loss of finances or you struggling or anything like that. They don't want to have to deal with that. You are loved. We love you. Divine loves you. So remember this, okay? That's bringing me back to this healer heals themselves through understanding, duality, and reflection. You have to be able to understand that other people may still want to see you fall. They may still want to see you suffer or go through hard times. You can use what you have, utilize what you have to protect yourself, especially in this 3D realm. Okay, the physical realm. Use what you have to protect yourself, whether it be candles, charms, whatever. But you have to believe in it. You have to believe in your own power. Do not let other people bog you down with their bullshit. Okay, talk to your inner child or ancestors and ask them questions. When it comes to asking your ancestors questions, you can get really technical. You can use your gifts to get whatever answers you need from them. You can also talk to your inner child and really get to the core root of what is bothering you, because sometimes it may not show up here in the physical, but because it is in the spiritual realm and it's unresolved, it could be coming out physically. And that could be in the sense of lack or the sense of not having enough when you clearly do. Okay, Gemini. The things that are hidden. And I think what it is this like impatient energy that I'm picking up on. Okay. All right. What are you impatient about? Plutocracy, the wealthy. So maybe an imbalance, maybe feeling certain people have certain things that they have accumulated in a negative way, knowing that the justice, it's a government system, okay? Literally, that's what I turned to. Plutocracy. It's funny, it's almost reminding me of Pluto, and they try to remove that, the wealthy, and it's under a government system. So you can understand that there is like an injustice happening right now. And don't worry about that, because there's a lot of people that are in high positions right now that are falling and stepping down or doing whatever they need to, because they know that karma is about to hit them like tenfold. And whatever you're worried about, I wouldn't be too worried about it, because your wealth remains within you. They can't take that from you. They cannot take your power. This magician energy in the reverse, they could be trying to use your own gifts against you so that you manifest through these nostalgic energies, through whatever old things that maybe you haven't fully healed from. They're trying to still pull and tug at that, especially now. Up till October 31st, there was a lot of fuck shit going on. And people were trying to play all sorts of games and swapping energies and everything like that. And honestly, I think it's bullshit. The divine knows the difference. You stand in your high vibrational energy, okay? King of Cups, a Knight of Cups in the reverse. So somebody using love, somebody using a cup of love, a false cup of love, somebody trying to bring forth to you something that they feel that you're going to see as high value, when really it has nothing. So it's like you bring everything to the table already. You've got this world energy, and this other person is trying to offer you something to replace that, when really it doesn't even it doesn't hold a candle to you. It doesn't even come close. And what they're bringing is this Four of Pentacles energy. So if you're aware of that, then keep your energy clear of this person. You can get a bit more of the Nine of Cups in the reverse. They want to tap into your paradise. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, wonderfulness. Okay? Enjoying each other. So this person that's trying to tap into your energy right now, they want a part of this. They want a part of what you have. They want this world in the upright. Maybe even if you have love, land, you have a sense of self with the divine, you have these finances, you have the Nine of Cups energy, yet you don't seem too happy about that. This person could be kind of distorting the image that you have. Nine of Cups energy in the upright. What do we have? Ascending. You're doing just fine. Transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So that's union within self, if you're single, or union with another person. There's other external forces that could be trying to coax you out of this spot. Through the Four of Pentacles energy, the Two of Wands energy. There's other forces that could not want to do the healing within, and what they're trying to do is trying to convince you that what you have isn't good enough, or convince you that what you're doing isn't good enough, or convince you out of a place that you're meant to be in. And that's absolute bullshit. They cannot do that if you do not allow them to. So use your discernment, clearly. That is something that they're trying to pull on right now. You're doing just fine, Gemini, okay? Don't let them pull you or bully you. What else we got here? Seven of Swords. Trying to be a little bit persuasive in their means, or trying to use words against you, or trying to use words with other people against you. But the Eight of Swords in the reverse is giving me, you're not bound to this. You do not need other people to validate you. You don't need other people to show you who you are, or the moon is in the upright when this is here. The moon's in the upright. You don't need other people to show you certain things. So even though other people are trying to take certain things and steps against you, whether this be through words or slander or anything like that, you're not falling for it. This is not something that keeps you bound. I think you've already gotten out of this kind of energy a long time ago. And whatever people try to use against you is not working. Okay, can we get a little bit more for Gemini? Eight of Swords. I love these new tarot cards. Eight of Swords energy. You are so hot in this energy. Don't let ego snatch it. Instead, roll with it and keep being your amazing self. So when other people are trying to put falsities in front of you, or put like a veil of illusion in front of you, or trying to turn other people against you, or trying to convince you that what you have is not good enough, I don't think you're going to allow this to continue. I think you put a stop to it. Can we get a little bit more of this? Don't let ego snatch it. Instead, roll with it. So we've got the Knight of Wands, somebody who uses like promiscuous energy, maybe somebody that uses their demeanor, or somebody that uses their charm or wits or something like that. And we've got the 3 pyramids in the back. I noticed that. It's almost like they're against the ways of Egyptian culture, or they use that to their advantage. This could be the Illuminati. This could be certain people that are in a cult. And then we've got the 2 of Cups in the reverse. So they're trying to end a certain relationship, whether this be union within yourself or union with another person. They're trying to kind of use the 7 of Swords energy to get involved or get in the way of this paradise and ascending energy. It's not positive. Whatever they're trying to do is not working. You do have support in the astral realm. Semblance, bland, similarly or similarity, resemblance, image, and appearance. So this is somebody that's trying to be like a copycat energy. This is somebody that's trying to dip into your energy and to recreate what it is that you're doing, or they're trying to embody your energy. In fact, trying to swap. That's that swapping energy I was getting just before the 31st. There's a lot of people doing that fuck shit. A lot of people wanting to swap energies or destinies with certain people. And that shit doesn't hold up in the spiritual realm. There is like a huge hammer that came down in justice. That's not going to be allowed to happen, okay? So whatever they're trying to do to mimic you, they're also trying to swap energies too. So making you feel like in a sense of lack, like you're not in partnership, making you feel like you don't have enough money, making you feel like you have to constantly battle, making you feel like this 9 of Cups energy is not good enough. Please. And notice how underneath that, it almost to me seems like there's swords underneath that. Okay? So they're like trying to take all the good that you've done, everything good that you've done, and kind of replace it, but it's veiled off and kind of hidden, that they want to replace it with like a 9 of Swords energy, which is not okay. They shouldn't be trying to do that. You do have this World energy in the upright. I get a little bit more for the Magician, then we'll get some Firth Up runes. Magician in the reverse. 10 of Swords in the reverse. So because you use your discernment, it may still feel like you're a little bit iffy in your energy and you're still not 100% sure, but you avoided the 10 of Swords, okay? This Magician in the reverse, whoever's trying to create this illusion for you, it didn't work. And in fact, that shit's going to be going back onto them. So they best be cautious of what they're doing. For my other deck, there's always for the 10 of Swords, there's always the 1 sword in the upright, which is the possibility for somebody to speak some truth. But this original artwork here, the 10 of Swords in the reverse, this is all the swords in the upright. This is all the truth being spoken. This is everything that's coming out to light. This is everything that was hidden behind false whatever. And it's coming out. Let's get another past life oracle card. communal living. So this is somebody that's really close to you or somebody that you know. This is somebody that was trying to project certain things to you. This could be within a household. This could be within a community. This could be within a workplace. You name it. This is something that your ancestors went through before. Somebody that tries to place an illusion on you that you don't have enough when it's bullshit. Okay. So, that being said, Gemini, you're doing just fine, right? I think you know the difference. And we're going to get some runes here. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do the Elder Frithark runes. They have multiple meanings. You can look them up. Okay, I usually read them the entire thing off, but you can do your own research. We got Threeza. Okay, it's TH, crown chakra and heart chakra. It's this one right here. You could pause it and look up the multiple meanings. And then we've got nice. We've got Uruz. There's two different versions. There's this one over here, and there's this one right here. Usually for strength. And then we've got Ingwas. This one right here. Okay, like I said, they have multiple meanings. And then we have, we got Wunjo for joy. Okay, so don't be too disheartened. I know people are really tough right now and they're trying their best, but remember to love you. Please do.